Hello everyone, I am Paul McGuire Grimes from Paul's Trip to the Movies, here with my review of Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. We are back in J.K. Rowling's world of wizards and magic, and Johnny Depp plays our famed Dark Lord wizard Grindelwald, who has escaped from prison at the Ministry of Magic, and sets out to find a young man named Credence, played by Ezra Miller. Together, they want to take over the wizarding world to separate and further the divide between wizards and non-wizards. It's up to the young magizoologist played by Eddie Redmayne, Newt Scamander, to find them before it's too late. It also stars Jude Law as a young Albus Dumbledore, as well as Zoe Kravitz and Katherine Waterston. So this is directed once again by David Yates, who directed the first Fantastic Beasts, as well as several of the Harry Potter movies. So even though this is not adapted from a book series, J.K. Rowling wrote the film's script, continuing on with the characters that she's mentioned in the Harry Potter movies. This is the second in a new prequel franchise. It's a bit darker and a bit than the first, but it actually still has the fun and the humor that comes with a lot of the beasts and magical creatures that Newt has. I actually think that these characters are a lot more fun and creative than some of the human characters that we get to know. I'm continually plagued in these movies by not caring for these characters as much as I did in the Harry Potter movies. There's almost too many extraneous characters without distinct personalities or a chemistry between them, kind of adding in a bunch of unnecessary runtime as Rowling tries to give them something to do. I don't feel as emotionally connected to them as I did like Ron and Harry and Hermione, or Professor McGonagall. I mean, there's so many characters in Harry Potter that I love, and I don't feel that at all in the Fantastic Beasts movies. The special effects, the set pieces are really impressive in this movie, providing a sense of escapism from some of the other heavier movies in theaters right now, or even some of the headlines in the news right now. As a title character, Grindelwald, Johnny Depp, I feel like, is underperforming. You know, we're so used to him playing these larger, over-the-top characters in in Tim Burton movies, but I feel like here he's lacking the fun, the devilishly wicked demeanor of what's needed for a good J.K. Rowling villain. On the other hand, Jude Law, who's new to this franchise, is one of the film's highlights. He plays a young Dumbledore, and I can see him aging into the character that we've come to cherish as played by Michael Gambon in the Harry Potter movies. This film charts the friendship and supposed relationship he had with Grindelwald when they were back at Hogwarts, playing into the notion that Albus Dumbledore is gay, which is what J.K. Rowling has mentioned in many interviews. The climax of the movie, by the time we get to the end, is actually strong enough to save from a slower first half, as it really sets the stage for this franchise to really kick into high gear finally for this next movie. I think that prequels are exceptionally hard to get right, but this is a slight improvement over the first one. I would hope that for the next movie, that J.K. Rowling writes the draft of the story, but then actually hires a screenwriter. You know, there's no doubt that J.K. Rowling is a gifted novelist. I love reading the Harry Potter books. I've read them many times. But I don't think she's quite gotten these two screenplays right and what it means to write a movie versus a novel. I think that a new screenwriter could kind of take out and weed out some of the unnecessary filler in these movies. I'm giving Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald 3 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you liked my review today, please click subscribe on my YouTube channel. I recently did reviews of Widows, the new movie with Viola Davis. It's one of the best of the year, as well as the new movie Instant Family with Mark Wahlberg and Rose Byrne. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Paul's Movie Trip, and go to my website, paulstriptothemovies.com, for more reviews, as well as a link to my podcast, Paul's Trip to the Movies, on Podcast One. Thank you so much for watching today.